Hi, this is Wendy Key. You're listening to Awesome Radio 106.9 WBISLP.
Thank you for choosing Awesome Radio WBISLP to take us with you today, spending your precious time with us today here on Awesome Radio 1069. Join us on our website 24 hours a day. You can take Awesome Radio with you, WBISAwesomeRadio.org. We do have Android, we do have Apple, and we do have the Alexa skill. Take us, download us from our website. Go to our website and download us. That's the best thing to do. And that way you can take us and it will take you rather to our place in the Google Play Store, in the Apple Store, and in the Alexa Amazon Store. Watch for our website, and we are Awesome Radio. All right, so this is Senior Care Matters. Hello and welcome again to Awesome Radio. We have a very special guest with us, Beverly Days DeWitt, and we'll be talking about caregiving on today's show. Today's show is brought to you by CT Cleaning Service. CT Cleaning Service for all of your COVID cleaning needs, general needs, certified, board certified, nationally certified, and bonded. CT Cleaning. And we'll give you that number in a moment before this show is over. Welcome, Beverly, to Senior Care Matters.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today at Awesome Radio.
All right. So we're going to be talking about caregivers, and that is personal to my heart because I was a caregiver for my mother until she passed. So Beverly, who are you? Beverly, tell us about yourself.
I am Beverly DeWitt, and I have moved here with my mom to be a caregiver of her. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Yay, Brooklyn. By way of New Jersey. I spent some time in New Jersey, approximately about 7 years. And then I moved here because of the need that was going on here in this household and because of issues that I was having as well.
Okay. How long have you been a caregiver to your parents?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I guess let's start from the beginning. I moved here because of divorce. And I moved in with the home here. I stayed here for about approximately 2 years, trying to get myself on my feet. And then I moved out. And with my dad having some issues, actually eventually dying, I moved back into the household. So I've been a caregiver for almost, I would say about 17 years. Which is the time that I moved down here to North Carolina.
Okay, so
at
down
the very
here,
onset.
Down here, North Carolina, what city?
Winterville.
Okay.
Winterville, yeah.
All right. So how is it being a caregiver to your parents, or now to your mom, your parent?
It's challenging, but it can be rewarding. We have become closer because of we were already close. When you saw her, you see me, and so we have become closer because of that, and especially because of COVID, because the inability of going out. So we spend a lot of time together, challenging in the ways of. Now she's becoming older. I see it. We were just talking about that this morning, not cooking, not being able to give her medication. She's unable to do that now. I have to fill in, going to doctor's appointments, keeping up with that. Bills. She no longer does the bills in our household. I do the bills. So that can be difficult. That can be challenging. I got to keep up with mine and hers. So it's hard.
Are you a full-time caregiver or do you work outside of the home?
I work outside of the home, and that's 8 hours a day. And at one point, I was a foster mom myself. So gave that up due to COVID and because my mom's needs were a little bit greater.
Okay. So while you're not there, while you're working outside of the home, who is there caring for your mother?
She's by herself. So, and this year, what I have done is now I have a system, a camera system, so I can see her during the course of the day, what she's doing, if she's eating, if she's sleeping, what she's doing. So I can keep up with her because at one point I found myself burning myself out, running home to try to figure out what was going on. Yeah.
Now, does your mother sometimes block the camera so you can't see what she's doing?
She probably wished that she could block the camera and probably inadvertently she has, but we've had that conversation. Can't block this camera. I need to
Es-
see what's going on. Yeah.
Especially if she want to eat something or drink something that she's not supposed to
Exactly.
have.
Yes. And that has, we went through that one time where she was eating stuff that she wasn't supposed to have. A1C level was out of whack. The doctor was looking at me. Why is her A1C level so high? So we got that down. And now that she can't drive, it's better. So,
Now, you being a caregiver and you are your mother's daughter,
yeah.
is it hard, easy, struggling sometimes to get your mother to do things because you said to do it? Not because you said to do it, but because this is the right thing, mommy, to do, and she pushes back on you?
Yeah, there's a little bit of pushback because you're so close to that individual. Sometimes they can't see you telling them, but yet another person would come inside the household and tell them that they should do X, Y, and Z, and they will immediately do it. And sometimes I feel resentment because of that. Um, because I've told her maybe a million times that she needed to do something and she didn't do it. But another person could come in and say it once and it's done. So, yeah,
Now, do you think too is because I'm your mother and I raised you, so you cannot tell me what to do?
of course. Um, as her daughter and as her adult daughter living in the household with her, I have to understand that she's still my mom, but she needs a little bit more care. And to respect, have to respect one another and give each other boundaries. So,
So, what type of boundaries have you set up with you and your mother?
um, just the space alone. So, she normally maintains the living room area. I try to keep that for her. Um, I do come inside this area a lot of times and spend time with her, and I have an area set up for solely for myself in order to do certain things. But I normally will go into the sunroom or I'll go inside my bedroom. So that's my boundary. That's my adult space. That's my sanity, I call it. And then mom gets to the free range of living out here in the living area, and that's fine with me. And we seem to manage that.
Now, before the show started, you mentioned, Beverly, that you became an instant mother when you had moved back here when your dad was living before he
Yeah,
had his stroke and passed away.
yeah.
And your parents had foster children. So tell
Yes.
us about that. How was the transition from you coming from New Jersey to North Carolina, Winterville in particular,
Right.
to tackle all of this?
So actually, it was my mom who had the stroke when I moved down here, and she was unable to do anything for the children. They were basically fending for themselves. And thank goodness the time that it was time for me to come down here, the transition here wasn't that long in between. And so, taking care of children, immediately taking care of kids, when thought I was going to fall into the arms of my mom and become her child was difficult to say the least. My dad was okay at that time. And then as time went on and things became what it was, he befell ill. And unfortunately, he eventually passed away in 2007. So
Mm. And how old were the children?
the children, they were approximately 8 and 10 years old when I moved in. And they were a handful. They were challenging. Many days I had to go to the school and represent for my parents. Um, schoolwork. What did they have to eat in the household, making meals for them. I became a mother. I became a mother.
Did they see you as that or saw you as big sis?
I think both. Um, the motherly aspect was there. Mom was always mom. She'll always be their mom, even though they're grown now, and one has a child of her own and the other doesn't. But they come back into their home. They see mom as mom. They see me kind of now as their big sis. But I had the nurturing abilities to get them where they needed to be in life, I hope.
Were there any behavioral issues by you coming in, having to step in for your mother to be sister/mother?
No, because I think they were looking for that nurturing, that love. So there were no issues there. I think they accepted it because they were looking for direction.
Okay. And so you are the sole primary caregiver for your mother.
Yeah. Now, I have a brother. He lives in North Carolina, but because I live inside the home, and I think what happens too, because I'm the female, you know, and this is my mother that we're talking about, another female to female, it's easier for me to care for her in certain ways than it is for my brother. My brother, he will stop by, he makes sure hopefully he's listening right now. And kudos to him because he'll stop by and make sure that we're okay and that all our needs are met.
Hmm. All right. So what lessons have you learned, Beverly, as being a caregiver that you can share with others?
Um, I think patience is one thing that you have to learn out of all of this, that every day is challenging, but it can be rewarding. You have to find resources. Right now, during the course of the day, and you had mentioned that I go out to work. So I have a Department of Aging comes in with Meals on Wheels, and they will do give my mom a meals. But not only do they give my mom meals, they'll check in and say, "Hey, Miss Rosa, is everything okay? Are you doing fine today?" And that gives me some solace to know that somebody has laid eyes on her during the course of the day. Um, Doctor's appointments are very important to us. Finding the right doctor who's going to take care of that elderly parent, and for them to know that they are giving the best care to your parent. I think that we find the right doctor. She's willing to, sometimes you have a doctor that will come inside the room and they'll look at your parent and that's it. She doesn't do that. She will touch mom. She'll feel on her. She'll make sure that she's feeling fine physically, mentally, also, because right now we're going through this pandemic. So sometimes mom doesn't get out of the house. So it wears on her mentally. And she's interested in that. And also, you have to have a family nucleus that's going to be there for you as well. So she has brothers and sisters that stop by to see how she's doing, church members that will stop in, they not stop in, but call, because again, we're in COVID, and they will say, "Hey, are you okay? Are you doing fine? What's going on with you?" Just the thought alone, and virtual communications with family, church members, etc.
Do you have a porch at the home?
We don't have a porch, but there are chairs outside our home. So when the weather is good, mom will go out and she'll take a breath of fresh air, get some sunshine on her. When she can't go out, we have gone on drives. I think we have seen every part of North Carolina that there is to see, and then some. We go to the park sometimes, different things to make it adventurous for her. And to make her home not feel like it's a prison because of COVID, and trying to stay away from people doing this social distance thing that we're doing that right about now.
Hmm. Is your mother eligible to have a full-time nurse in the home?
So this is what it is right now. Because I have been such a great caregiver, they won't give my mom someone to come into the home to take care of her. We would have to pay for someone to come in and take care of her. And the cost behind that is so astronomical that it would take away from her medications and things of that nature. So right now we've been managing pretty good. If it gets to the point though that I find that it is danger, there is some type of danger for her, then yes, we will have somebody come in, at least for a couple of hours out of the course of the day while I'm away.
Now, this is what I have been told when I was caregiver to my mother. Who's taking care of you? So I ask you that question. Who's taking care of Beverly? Is Beverly taking that what they call me time away so that you can come back refreshed and your mind, your emotions are in good check?
Right. So I've been accused of not doing my due diligence at taking care of myself, but there are times or moments that I say, hey, what do I need to do for myself? Even if it means going and getting a nice meal and eating a nice meal. Or if I was going to the pool at one point and getting inside the pool, that was a great stress relief for me, finding some downtime. I'm also a big knitter and a big crocheter. I'm a big crafting person. So crafts, people know that I love to craft. And so they know that that's what I do as a relief mechanism. So.
In case you're just tuning in, thank you again for listening and watching us here at Awesome Radio 1069. We are live on the radio. We're also live on all social media platforms as well. This is Senior Care Matters. Today, we're talking with Beverly Days DeWitt, and the subject is caregiving. She is a personal caregiver to her mother in Winterville, North Carolina. If you are a caregiver, know a caregiver, or have some advice for caregivers, 252-756-2008 is the number to dial in. We welcome your questions, comments, and concerns concerning Senior Care Matters and the topic on caregiver. Today's show, Senior Care Matters, is brought to you by CT Cleaning Service, 919-345-5823. 919-345-5823 or dial 252-558-7306. Nationally certified and bonded for COVID cleaning and all general cleaning, commercial and residential. That's CT Cleaning. Back to Senior Care Matters here on Awesome Radio. Join us live on our website at wbisawesomeradio.org. Beverly Days DeWitt is our special guest today, and the topic is caregiving. So, Beverly, you say you found the time, or you find the time rather, to just retreat. And then when you come back, you're refreshed. So when you are refreshed from caregiving, what exciting things do you do, or what new ideas do you have that the Lord has given you to take care of your mom?
Well, I think the biggest thing is going on Facebook and finding groups. So I find caregiving groups that will give me ideas as to how to take care of her, and they give me resources. Even if I just want to cry a little bit or laugh a little bit about what they have done during the course of the day, and so that's my outlet. That's my biggest outlet right now.
So right now, as you're talking on this show with me, Senior Care Matters on Awesome Radio, what is your mother doing?
She's listening in. Of course, she wants to hear what I have to say about her. She's right. She's sitting right there. Listening.
Okay. Is she making faces? Is she smiling? Is she nodding in agreement?
Making faces. She's probably saying no, but it's all the truth. She'll probably get me after this is all over with. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, this is off the cuff. We did not discuss this. Would she like to join in on today's show?
No, I don't think, not right now. I think she just wants to listen right now.
Okay. And later on today, audience, later on today at 3 o'clock, we have a very special show. It's called The Natives of Winterville, the Black History of Winterville. Did you know anything that pertains to Black history in Winterville? I said did, but do you know any Black history notes on Winterville, North Carolina? Well, you get an opportunity to learn with us today at 3 o'clock. Beverly is coming back, and Beverly's mother, Mrs. Days, will be with us as well. We do have a call coming in. We're going to take this call, okay?
Okay.
Hello, caller. You are live on the air, Awesome Radio. This is Senior Care Matters.
Good afternoon. I am a listener, and I have been enjoying the show thus far. It's definitely been enlightening and encouraging to know that there are others out there like myself who are at this stage where we're caring for our elderly parents. We definitely want to cherish them. And I want to say to Beverly, who I happen to know personally, she's doing a fine job. I'm going to go off the air now. Just wanted you to know that this is a wonderful, wonderful segment. Thank you for the information about the pandemic. Bye now.
Thank you so much, caller. We appreciate you. All right, Beverly. Kudos to you, Beverly. Kudos to the
Thank
caller
you.
who is a caregiver herself of
Yeah.
her parents as well. All right. So, Beverly, caregivers living in the home and caregivers living outside of the home. What is the difference what is the difference besides living outside the home and living in the home?
Living outside the home, you don't see the everyday weaknesses of the person. When I get up in the morning and I turn that corner, sometimes mom doesn't feel her best. Sometimes she's aching. Sometimes she's in pain. I see that look on her face. And also you can see the progression of aging as well a little bit better. So when I go to talk to the doctor and she says to me, you know, or she'll say to my mom, Miss Rosa, how are you feeling today? Are you this way or are you that way? I can chime in and say, because I live here, you know what? She's been rubbing that leg a little bit more. Maybe we should look at that leg of hers and get it some care. Or, I thought I heard her breathing this way or that way because my mom has a little bit of asthma. Could you check her to see if she's breathing well? So those things, when you live inside the household with the person, you're more apt to know where they're feeling bad or not, versus I come into the home and say, how are you doing today? And the person says, like we all do, oh, I'm fine. But you know full well that person is not doing well if you live in the home.
Now, my mother used to get upset with me when I would tell the doctor things about her because I lived in the home too. And
yes.
She would get very upset and threaten to beat me. So, yeah. So
I always say if my mom can catch me, she can beat me. But I'm going to tell because I need to tell.
Yeah. For her own good.
Yeah. And in the background, my mom is laughing. My mom is laughing right now.
Oh, is she? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. She's laughing for laughter and not that I'm going to get you, girl. Yeah. So we have about 2.5 minutes left in today's show. Senior Care Matters here on Awesome Radio. Beverly, pandemic wise, how has it been a challenge for others wanting to come see your mother, like family members, church members, other than just the telephone or maybe email or text? How challenging has it been since it brings aloneness?
I am a healthcare worker. So with me being a healthcare worker and having to wear a mask all the time, I know the importance of wearing a mask. I know the importance of sanitizing your hands and socially distancing and all those different things that would hopefully, I pray, keep us safe. And so if individuals want to come to the home, there is a screening process that occurs. We have at one time and still to this day have banned a lot of people from coming to the home. Not to say that her brothers or sisters don't pass by on occasion, but they wear a mask, we social distance, and it's few and far between. It's more calls than what it used to be, more meeting at the door. So we have a glass door. A lot of times we'll wave through the glass door, talk through the glass door. It's difficult. Virtual calls that I have set up between myself and her. She have great grandchildren, so virtual calls. Her great granddaughter came down here recently. She had not seen her great grandchildren or one of her great grandkids because she just had a baby, and they had gotten their vaccine, and so that's what we needed to do.
All right. We have about 30 seconds left in today's show. Beverly Days DeWitt, thank you so much for being our
Thank
special
you.
guest on today. Senior Care Matters here on Awesome Radio. I'll see you again at 3:00
Yes.
for the
Yes.
special show, The Black
Yes.
History of Winterville, North Carolina, and your mother will be on with us as well.
Yes.
Yay! Exciting.
Yay.
Senior Care Matters is brought to you by CT Cleaning Service, 919-345-5823 or 252-558-7306. CT Cleaning Service is certified, nationally certified, and bonded for COVID cleaning, places of worship, office buildings, small and large. CT Cleaning Service. We're Awesome Radio. Senior Care Matters. We'll see you next time. Lord should say the same. Have a great day.
You're listening to W.
Yeah. Got it. Woo! Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So we are off the radio, still on Facebook, social media. I had to change my audio around. So,
Yes.
Beverly, any last words that you would like to say? Something that you didn't get an opportunity to say while we were on the radio?
Yes, I've met so many different caregivers in my time that, as you get older, you are getting older too. I want to remind individuals of that. And there are days that I get up and I don't feel my best, but you have to keep on pushing on. And it's important that you find the outlets that we talked about before that will keep you motivated to take care of your loved one. And also understand too that your loved one, they're aging, but that's a good thing. It just gives you more reason to love on them, take care of them, and appreciate them while you still have them.
Right. And the parents become the children becomes the parents.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, Beverly, I'm going to let you go to get ready for you and your mom at our 3:00 session, The Black History of Winterville, North Carolina.
I'm excited about that.
I am too. Sharice Boyd Jackson and her dad and maybe mom will be joining us too, and Uncle JB
Hill.
JB Hill. Yes, he will be joining us as well. So social media, if you could come back, please do at 3:00 right here. Awesome Radio, all social media platforms will be streaming live. The Black History of Winterville. All right, Beverly, I'll see you then. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.